And now at 5, a lot of people are still talking about Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's interview with Fox News reporter Megyn Kelly.
Agenda or not, a lot of people are taking to Twitter and social media to express their disgust as these parents try to sidestep the fact that their then teen son, Josh, fondled multiple young girls, including some of his own sisters, as they were sleeping. The Insider's Louis Aguirre joins us live from L.A. with the fallout from the interview last night. Louis, what are people saying?
Well, the big question is whether or not this family is hiding behind their faith. Tonight, we're with a former church member who's taking us inside their mindset. Did their evangelical religion not only encourage the cover-up, but the act itself?
A pedophile is an adult that preys on children. Joshua was actually 14 and just turned 15 when he did what he did. And I think the legal definition is 16 and up.
With many online left, quote, disgusted by the couple's attempt to downplay the severity of Josh's underage molestation, our insider into their fundamental religious practices, Brooke Arnold, disagrees in using the term hypocrite to describe the situation.
I think a lot of people wanted to say that it was hypocrisy, and I wanted to say that it was a natural outgrowth of these kind of abusive religious practices that devalue women and children.
In her candid essay titled, "I Could Have Been a Duggar Wife," Arnold details her own experience in growing up and ultimately abandoning the same fundamental Christian organization as the Duggars. It's called Advanced Training Institute, or ATI. We now know that two of Josh's molestation victims are two of his oldest sisters, Jill and Jessa. Last night, they were left in tears, blaming law enforcement for leaking their dark family secret.
The system that was set up to protect kids, both those who make stupid mistakes or have problems like this in their life, and the ones that are affected by those choices, it's greatly failed.
And Megyn says that Jessa and Jill Duggar furrowed their brows when she called them victims. We're going to hear their side of the story on Friday night when that interview airs on the Kelly File. Rick and Erica, back to you.
Louis, are we ever going to be able to find out whether this is the actual story about what happened, the side of the story that we heard from the Duggars last night?
Well, you know, In Touch has a copy of the arrest warrant, the original arrest warrant, and that has not been made public yet. So we're going to wait and see what happens with that.
All right, Louis Aguirre live in Los Angeles. Louis, thanks very much. And look for more on the growing controversy surrounding the Duggar sex abuse scandal on The Insider at 7:30 after entertainment tonight at 7 right here on CBS 4.
And this afternoon on The Talk, the hosts all discussed the Duggar interview. Host Cheryl Underwood, herself a victim of sex abuse, spoke about the pain she went through as a child and what this interview did for awareness.
Aisha, you said it didn't help them to do this interview. What it really did was it helped us, the world, to see what happens to people when they're in some type of family structure, when the people you're supposed to trust to protect you seem to be the co-conspirator in your violation.
Host Julie Chen also added that Josh Duggar is also a victim because he went to his parents, and several times he did that, telling them what's going on.
Well, it's such a difficult topic, and I guess it has touched so many people's lives. So if nothing else, you know, like the Bruce Jenner story where people are suddenly talking about something they weren't talking about before, maybe that's some good that can come from all of this.
Certainly bringing awareness on both sides, wherever you stand on this issue, and hearing Cheryl's words, knowing that she was a victim, very powerful to hear her perspective.
It sure was. All right. And a reminder that you can watch